to beat the guy who objected or beat the girl who objected.
That is weird because imagine like a real petty person and he's at a wedding and the priest says like, does anybody here object to this matrimony? And he's like, yeah, I just don't like her. You guys don't fit each other well. And you're like, bro, who even are you? And you're like, I'm nobody. I don't really know you guys honestly that well, but I just don't like it. It doesn't feel right. So yeah, I object to it. Like, would they
Or
even?
if imagine it's just a wedding crash or somebody crashed that wedding just to object and be like, I think this dude can do better, or this girl can do better. This guy is fine.
Yeah, I think yeah, I would value them. I think she's like a 7 out of 10, and you're like a 4. So
Yeah,
I think she what are you doing after this actually, girl? I would tell you should pick me honestly over him. I don't want to marry you though right now, but I'm just saying you could do better.
yeah. Like I would be a better option.
Or you could object and say honestly, the cake and the meal that I got was awful. I didn't like this wedding has been awful. I give it a 3 out of 10 in terms of presentation, and they will be like, bro, that has nothing to do with the marriage. I don't know if they actually do that. I went to my sister's wedding, and I don't remember if they asked uh, if anybody objects to that thing.
I've seen
Bro,
like
they all objected. That's why the marriage failed.
I've seen a video on like
What are you talking about? My sister is still married.
Oh, is she? I thought that she was divorced.
No, bro, she married her high school sweetheart. That must have been a nightmare. Like 27 years or like something with the same guy. Ugh.
Bro, she liked it. What the fuck you on about? And
Bro,
she
she was a hoe. All right, she was pregnant. What they were wearing her. Okay, that's whole behavior.
but didn't you say your sister was hot? Like all your friends used to tell you that your sister's fine,
You
man.
want me to admit that my sister was hot? You want me to? Are you baiting me for that one? So can chaos can go crazy over it? Nah, bro. My sister was ugly and she was a hoe.
what'd you say about your sister?
Nothing. She got.
That she was hot and she was pure.
Hey,
She was a pure Christian woman.
hey, that's good. Good for you, man. I don't know why you're always fighting with her. She sounds like a good person.
No, she's not. Okay. No, she wasn't a Christian back then though. But that's the only wedding that I think I recall ever being to. Uh,
I've seen the videos of like it's like a shotgun wedding or like people who like guns, and one was like, if anyone would have a reason to stop this wedding, speak now. And then you see the husband or future husband like cock the gun, he pulls out the gun, and then everyone laughs. I don't know if I've actually like when my sister got married. I don't remember.
Bro, there was a wedding where they tried to shoot in the air and the guy was trying to shoot but he accidentally shot the bride.
Damn, that till that do a spark came real quick on that one. Jesus.
And she's a millionaire.
No,
Eesh.
she died.
No shit, bro.
Can we sign the prenup before she dies, please? No prenup. Yeah, can we get this marriage sped up real quick?
Now, but see, I would take precaution if I'm in a wedding and my wife or she's like, oh, I want to hold a gun and I want to shoot in the air. I'm like, no, no, we're not doing guns, okay? This is not Texas. Where do you get that idea from?
Aim it towards your father.
Yeah, that's my only condition. If you aim it towards your father, we're good.
Don't put that thing anywhere towards me. Just go.
No, and if I were to marry somebody, I would tell the priest, skip that question, bro. What are you talking about? If anybody objects, I don't give a fuck if anybody objects.
Then and then we appear in the crowd. I object because he'll miss our podcast, and everyone's like, he's right.
Yeah, bros before hoes.
No, don't worry. We won't object. Go ahead, get married, be happy.
No, you know what?
Like,
I when I was younger, I thought that I wanted to get married with a formal ceremony and everything. And as I got older and I got a girlfriend and we started living together, I'm like,
and you saw how expensive it was.
I no, when we started living together, I'm like, I never want to marry a girl, ever, because
So you
if
want
we
to
love
marry
each,
something else.
no, 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 if we love each other, we could just live together and be together for however how long. But when it comes to marriage, once you split up, everything becomes feels like it becomes more complicated. If you're married, you know.
Yeah.
That's why the ceremony and everything is good, but I don't think it symbolizes true love in any sort of way. It's just kind of like a ceremony, because how many married
Like,
couples divorce each other, you know?
well, marriage is just a commitment on paper.
Right,
You don't
yeah.
you don't need that to be with someone. Like you said, if you've been together with someone for like 2 years, you should know them by now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
marriage is one of those emotional things. Like a real marriage isn't physical; it's for your hearts and your minds.
Yeah, and in a way, it's like you said, it's putting it on paper. In a way, it's like saying like, okay, we're gonna work together in this, so we both get equal amount of like compensation, I guess, from it. And the,
Saying
and
you
then
just won the lottery and I love you.
yeah. Uh, but when it comes to like NBA stars or somebody that marries rich, and then like Paul McCartney, I remember once he divorced like his second wife or something like that, she took a lot of money from him. Like I don't know, she never played in the Beatles. I never saw her picked up an instrument and earn all that money. But like they always make that argument when they're married. Like I helped you as a man accomplish all that, so I'm entitled to like millions of you. I don't know if that's true. I mean,
See, I don't agree with that, but I get what they're saying. But
no, I would get it if they're like they form a company together. You know what I mean? Or she was like handling the business side to some extent. I,
What if she was pushing him to be a better person and that helped him become a much
that's
I mean, isn't just being with someone pushing
that's
you to
hard
be a
to
better person?
prove. Cause how are you gonna say that he wouldn't achieve that thing on his own, unless she can prove or there's solid proof that she played a big part of it, and you can prove that. Then in that case, yeah. But if you can't prove that, I'm like, maybe a guy just had that ambition in him, and he would have been great with her or without her. You know what I mean? Especially if she's like the third wife or fourth wife in the equation. You know. Uh, I'm not
He
saying.
wasn't doing that with the other seven wives.
Yeah, yeah. That's the argument she could say. He married seven other girls before me, and he didn't do shit. After he got with me, he became a famous rapper. So, I mean, what was the difference then? It was me. So, yeah, shit. That's kind of a.
Yeah, that is true.
That is true. Give her a couple of
He
millions.
deserved it and of his and property and everything.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna be a woman hater. I don't say they don't deserve anything. They deserve some money, and and if they have kids or something like that, he should pay a child support or whatever. Uh, and obviously have joint
Bro,
custody.
what if the kid is not yours and she cheated and then she's divorcing and asking you for
Well, it depends. Do I care about the kid?
Yeah,
If I care about the kid, she has nothing.
I think
If
if
I
you
don't care about the kid,
I think if you care about the kid, you can pay a child support. But if you for some reason didn't want to, you can also not pay it. Uh,
like I saw this video on Twitter. Dude who went to 5 years for not paying child support, and then it's one of those TV show court cases, and they were like, "You were in prison for 5 years for not paying child support. Well, we took DNA tests. You weren't even the father."
mm,
what does that mean? And then he was
Yeah.
like, well, how do you think it
Well,
goes?
Well,
What
she
kind
should
of
be.
people
You're
are
saying
doing that?
she should be put in jail for that because So it's one of those things.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen cases like that. I don't see them often. But they have happened, and every time they happen, I'm like, my God,
That
dude.
sucks.
No, it's so messed up because all she has to say is like, you're the father, and you don't want to be that guy that like, let's do a test. You're like, he's like,
Yeah, that
And
is
like
true.
the comments were saying, like most states, they don't have to do a DNA test. They just believe
yeah,
if you're there to sign for the kid, it's yours.
yeah. You kind of line up the events. You're like, okay, she's saying it's my kid. We have been having sex for all these times, so it's probably my kid. But you don't particularly know if she's having sex with another guy that you don't know. I'm not saying that all women do that, but in some cases they might. Uh, yeah, I didn't ask for a paternity test for my daughter, honestly, and at this point I don't care, honestly, because I love her. So
See, you're a good man.
no, no, it's true. I mean, obviously, but
But what if something random
no,
happens
but the,
and
the
it
thing
turns
is,
out
the thing is that there's this little like thing in between where you don't want to ask for a test, and you just kind of going by whatever she says, and whatever she
yeah.
says, you kind of take it as fact, and then the
Well, you know,
court, the court takes it as fact too.
I don't think assuming unless y'all have like a previous, you're not gonna assume the person's lying.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. But that is really messed up that you do 5 years for not paying child support for a kid that wasn't even yours, and
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 I'm assuming they broke up already after all that
of
stuff.
course, and she's not gonna go to jail for it. She,
And then like he was like, she needs to be like reprimanded for
of course, that's what
that
I would have been
clip.
saying too.
And she was, I think like the clip ended, and she was like, "Look, I needed the money." It's like, bruh.
Yeah, and sometimes that's the messed up thing. Sometimes they do it consciously and willingly. You know what I mean? Sometimes they know it's not your kid. Sometimes they know it. Other times
Yeah.
they might not know it. That's true. But
Yeah, no, no, this lady did know it because the judge was like, "You know who the father was?" And she's like, "Well, yes, I do."
see,
It's like, why don't you ask
bro.
him? Why don't you ask him for money?
I mean, granted, in this case, it's woman to men, but if it happened vice versa, men to women or whatever, whenever you like do like a fake indictment or somebody, and you send them to jail, that's just ridiculous. That's awful because that person loses like however many years of their life because you lied. You know what I mean? Or
It's
you.
like, do you know how many people had a rape in prison? Because of you, I fuck 17 guys in the ass every week.
I'm gay
I'm just,
now. I like dudes now because of you. You ruined my life.
I'm a member of the Russian gang.
Yeah, that's very messed
I
up.
am, I am Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan now because of you. Thanks, woman.
Yeah, I would be mad too if I was that guy. I would be like, wait, is anything gonna happen to her? And something should happen to her
How,
because
how much, how much time would I get if I beat her up right? Just like one punch, one punch.
yeah,
Uh,
no, bro. The court is like, okay, listen, you're right. We're gonna give you
all
3 minutes, 3 minutes to beat her up
right.
as much as you can. Don't kill her though,
Okay.
okay?
Look, look, we're gonna cut the cameras because she owes you. The lady's like, wait, I didn't sign up for this. Like, no, 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 no. Look, in 5 years, you're gonna get at least one hit
One ear, one punch. For 5 years.
They come back from commercial break. She's just passed out on the floor. Dude's bleeding. Dude's got blood all over his hands. I still love that kid. Even though I wasn't paying child support for him, I still love that kid.
Bro, but
I'm
here's
willing to,
even getting away with it and hitting her is still not as satisfying. You're like, she's still getting off easy. You know what I mean?
100.
No, honestly, it should be like equal payback. Like, I don't know, send her for prison for at least 3 years. You know, uh, and let's make an example of it so they don't keep getting away with it. You know,
You can't keep getting away with it.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's honestly, and it doesn't matter if women to men, men to women. It doesn't matter, bro. Like
Well, here's the thing: what man's gonna sue for child support? That's
that
the
is
real
true,
question.
bro.
I think there are some men who have done that.
Yeah, and the guy. Wait. The guy that was like with Halle Berry after they broke up. He's like, you need to pay me, and she was like, okay. Yeah.
That's my Rosa Parks right
That
there.
guy's my hero. He's like, listen, I gave you some good dick for like 7 years. You need to pay me. I made you into the woman that you are today. I don't know, bro. That thing is very complicated. That's why I never liked the idea of marriage. Like I like the concept of being with somebody forever, but to put it on paper, I don't know. It's just complicates it too much. I think, especially when people just break up in life. You know what I mean?
But that's why you get prenup.
Yeah, that's true.